Hello, my FIM family. Say that 5 times fast. FIM family, FIM family, FIM family. Wait, that was only 3 times. That's really hard. You guys, I'm super excited to be here with you today, and I'm sorry I couldn't be here with you in person. I am in a session presently, but I wanted to be a part of this book club. So I'm very excited and humbled and grateful that you guys are reading Earn It this month. I think it's a monthly book club this month as your book. So I conspired with Christy and we decided that I was going to do a fun little video just to make sure I could participate a little bit. But let me say that if you have any questions after this book club, I'm happy to answer questions for you. As this book has been published now for about 3.5 years, it published at the end of 2016. I've been able to have lots of really great conversations with business owners, leaders, and managers about their use of Earn It, some of which I will put into this video today. But to get started, I wanted to just download some stuff that's maybe not in the book to just kind of give you some extra stuff to think about. And the first thing I'd like to do is just 3 quick points on why I wrote this book. And maybe you've heard this in some podcasts that I've done, but really I wrote this book first to relieve some pressure on you. Yes, yay! You know, usually as a coach, I'm adding pressure to you. Today I'm taking it away, because when employees come in and they ask us for a raise, they say, hey boss, can I have a raise? Immediately what happens to us, and I've been there before, is we start to get all nervous and we start to think, is it in the budget? Well, no, it's not in the budget. This isn't even the time to ask for a raise. This wasn't even on my mind. I have 100 other things to do today. And we just start to have that anxious feeling. When in reality, this person coming to us saying, hey boss, can I have a raise? Something has triggered in them. Something has triggered in them. And if it's at first a desire for money, that's okay. We want to honor those triggers in people that really are, I want to be better. I want to make my life better. So as business owners, managers, leaders, and of course I love you to be a coach as well, we want to honor that. So the relief that I'm offering you today is you simply, if somebody says that to you, all you do is you just show appreciation and excitement. You're not saying yes, by the way. You're never going to say yes right away. You just say something like, wow, Joan, this is a big day for you. This is exciting. I'd love to talk more about this. Here, go read this book and come back and talk to me in a few weeks. That's all you need to say. So of course, it's my suggestion that you need to have 4 or 5 of these in your desk drawer, on Audible, or in an ebook version. We're all virtual these days, to make sure that you can get that in their hands. So that's the first reason I wrote that. I was just noticing, or when I wrote the book, I was just noticing that there was just a lot of pressure and tense feelings when people would ask for a raise. The second reason why I wrote the book is to educate them. I noticed that I was educating you on numbers, rocks, focus, vision, all of these great things. I was educating you, the leader and manager, while we were in our EOS sessions. But when you would go back and then try to implement EOS, there were just a whole bunch of questions, and it felt like the employees were kind of not on the same page. So this is really educating what they'll find when they read the book. This is educating them on what they really need to be looking for. So the see it section, how they need to say things, being open and honest. I got to teach you guys all of that. And of course in EOS, we know that I teach the leadership team as the certified EOS implementer, and then you as the leadership team, you go teach your people. This is just some mindset stuff that's going to make it easier for you to teach your people. You're never going to abdicate your teaching of your people, but it's just going to make it easier. Some people have said, hey, this was a couple of years ago, he said, this is kind of an older guy, you know, he's like 60 something, ready to retire, turn his business over to his kids. After he read it, he said, I've been wandering around this plant for 30 years saying, you guys, we just need some better work ethic around here. We need to just have some common sense, good old fashioned work values. He said, and nobody ever knew what I meant. He said, what you did, Jill, is you put it all into a book. So yay, right? So I'm educating them in the book, Earn It. The third reason I wrote this is to really, and I think maybe I've already touched on it, is to bring the two of you, the boss and the employee, more on the same page. And you guys know, to the degree we can be on the same page with anybody, with our visionary, with our partners, and then with our employees, when we get on the same page, we can move forward. So all of the tools are really built to give you that result, to be more on the same page. Let's go ahead and move forward. So it's way more than just about a raise. That is just the trigger that I discovered some people ask their boss for a raise when really they're just simply ready to grow. So there's some little insights in why I wrote the book. All right, a couple of other things I want to offer you, then you guys can get on with your book club. So some results. Now I got to really calculate this. So all of 2017, 18, 19, and then half of 20. Okay, so it's been out for 3.5 years. Here are some results that I'm seeing that I didn't even plan on. You know, sometimes you put something out into the universe and it does its own thing. It takes on a life of its own. So here's something funny. Grandparents are loving this book. They're buying it for their young adult grandkids, teenagers just going into the workforce. So I just thought I would share that with you. Of course, parents are loving this. Again, just like that story I just shared, they're like, I want my child to go off into the workforce with some good work habits. It's all built in there. So some proactivity in there. That's kind of exciting. I just sent 100 books to a foundation that helps aged out foster children. So at the age of 18, they're done, they're kicked out of the program. This foundation helps them, and they put Earn It in all of their supplies for these kiddos. I was just so honored that they would do that. So exciting. So those are just some kind of crazy things of how Earn It is being used. Here's the one that's probably most relevant to you. I find that my clients and other companies who are using Earn It as well, this is the story they tell me. They say, Jill, I have the conversation. They come in, they ask for a raise, and I say, oh, wow, that's exciting. Here, go read this book. Come back and talk to me in 2 weeks. And then this is what happens. They say some people never come back. They never come back and talk to their boss about that raise they requested. And then this is what I'm hearing from these people, from these bosses. They say if they can't even crack a book and read, it's not very long, look, it's thin, and read a few pages and then come talk to me, I don't even know that I really see them as a player. And they never come back and ask for another raise because they didn't do the work. So again, making it easy on you. Now that's kind of, I don't like it. I hope everybody comes back and talks to you about this. But the people who do, the people who come back and talk about it, they are having rich conversations about the future. And these bosses are seeing these employees who asked for the raise, read the book, came back 2 weeks later, having these conversations. There's a whole instructions on how to talk to your boss in this book. So they're finding their star players. They're finding people who maybe weren't as promising, now are even more promising. So could Earn It be a way that you are creating stars in your company? So exciting. So that's probably the biggest benefit that we're seeing. It's helping you shuffle through the people who just want an entitled raise and the people who really want to contribute. All right, finally, I just want to talk about what's next, because man, this book really is just the tip of the iceberg. It's just getting you going. And really, if we look at it through your eyes, this is my passionate plea, is that it sets you up to be a great coach. And it lays the foundation, it opens the door for you to have rich, rich conversations with your people. And you guys know, if you follow me at all, I'm just so passionate. I love coaching. That's what I get to do every day. But I'm just so passionate about you guys, the integrators, also adding coaching as a skill to your backpack. And I just think using Earn It as a foundation for that is just opening the door for you to be able to have really rich coaching conversations. And I'm just going to leave you with this quote. It's actually part of my affirmations that I say to myself every day. It's the second one on the list. And it is this, and I hope you can take it into your life as well. The affirmation says, I am a coach. Oh, I'm getting teary-eyed because I love you guys so much. I am a coach. I help people see life differently so they can live life differently. And that's my passionate plea. Use this book to help your people see life differently, because the book is all about that. You read it. It's just helping them see things differently so they can live life differently, so they can be a producer for you. So I hope this video helped just a little bit to kind of get you into the insights of Earn It. And then the last thing that I'll add is at the end of this month, which is right around the time when you guys are having this book club, just here in a few days or so, I'm actually republishing Earn It. So if you have a copy of Earn It, that's the first edition. I'm republishing it as part of a series called the Advantage series. That's what it is. And this is the first part in the series retitled, The Earning Advantage. So I'm very excited about that. I would love your support in that. If you would, you can buy the book. That would be really great. But even just share my social media posts, giving me feedback on the new edition. There are just a few little tweaks and changes in there. For the most part, it's all the same. But I love you guys, and I would love your support in helping me spread the word about the new version coming out. Encourage is also being republished to the Courage Advantage. And then the third one will come out, the Thinking Advantage, where I talk tons about coaching and not rescuing your people, all good stuff like that. That one will come out the end of October. So I love you guys. I hope you have a really great book club. Please let me know if you have any questions. If you haven't connected with me, I want to know who you are, and of course how you are using Earn It. And here in a few days, we're going to flip the switch and we're going to call it the Earning Advantage. How exciting. All right, have a great day, you guys. Bye-bye.